Hello everyone, we got some amazing news from Bungie in the Director's Cut Part 3 about PvP, so I'm quickly gonna go over some, at least the ones that I find to be very important for us, all the PvP players out there. So let's not waste time and check it out right away. The link for the full Director's Cut will be in the description, guys, and I advise you to take a look. It's super interesting. So one of the main things is this one right here, supers everywhere. So let's go over this real quick. Right now, for a pretty decent player running super mods, the time it takes to gain a super is under 2 minutes in PvP. If you compare the duration and damage of roaming supers in Destiny 2 to roaming supers in Destiny 1, you'll see they're more powerful now than ever before. We didn't even have roaming Archtitans in Destiny 1, but every time I play PvP, I get killed by one twice in the same super. Yeah, that is completely true, guys. That happens to me, and I'm pretty sure to you guys a lot too. Similar to the way that deep down, we all know that damage dealing capabilities of Guardians has gotten out of control. We know that supers have too. Destiny 2 was overly restrictive at launch, but now the pendulum has swung too far in the other direction. We'll start bringing this back towards center in Shadowkeep. On a live stream a couple months ago, I mentioned that we're lowering roaming super damage resistance, and we are. Seeing someone pop a super should not instinctively make us want to run away, give up, or float off the map. We want the super kills to feel earned, and we want the players on the business end of a super to feel like they can make a big play and put down that striker titan. Being able to challenge someone in their super is important, and right now, many of the supers are very, very hard to challenge. Completely agree with that one. On top of that, more things than ever now contribute to players getting their supers back, so we're doing some tuning there as well. Supers will be just as powerful, but they will be more strategic choice. As such, we're reducing the effectiveness of orbs on refilling the super meter and reducing the super energy gained from kills and assists. Man, this was so needed in Crucible. Once people just start using those supers, it's just non-stop, so I really like this one. This isn't just a PvP problem. Remember that series on the Reckoning on part 1, it's all related. Supers are still very, very powerful in the PvE game. Players will just need to be slightly more specific with their timing and positioning than in the past. This kind of tuning is a pendulum. We've swung it hard in different directions, and we're all hopeful that these changes will begin to find a better middle ground for Destiny 2. That's definitely some cool changes for PvP, so I'm gonna continue here with the PvP stuff they talked about. In Destiny 1, heavy ammo became an in-match rally point in 6v6 matches. Once opened, players nearby would all get some heavy ammo. In Destiny 2, heavy ammo is a jockey for position, speed before need looting, game that gets played all the time. In Destiny 1, heavy ammo felt metered, and in Destiny 2, you can defeat a team, but not an Archtitan, multiple times with a brick for a hammerhead. We're making some changes to heavy ammo in Destiny 2. Heavy ammo will be communal in 6v6 playlists. We're also reducing the amount of ammo per brick in PvP for certain 6v6 archetypes. It's not exactly the same as D1 though. When a player cracks open the heavy crate, other players have a window of time to interact with it to get their heavy ammo. Part 5, let's talk about PvP. First of all, the heavy thing, absolutely needed. Love it. I can't wait for it. And now comes the most interesting part here, guys. Let's talk about PvP. There has been a lot of conversation internally and externally at different points during the year around the support Bungie provides PvP. On one hand, we have continued to tune the game each quarter, added pinnacle PvP weapons that somehow ended up as pinnacle PvE weapons, that's very true, tried out a ranking system in the Crucible, and returned the game to its 6v6 roots. On the other hand, we haven't released a new permanent game mode. Many game modes from Destiny War are nowhere to be seen. There isn't a public-facing PvP team, and the last real thing we said was Trials is staying on hiatus indefinitely. Let's get some of this sorted out. Trials of the Nine wasn't the hero we wanted it to be. We made too many changes to a formula that, while it had begun to decline in Destiny 1, wasn't as flawed as we thought. When we were making Destiny 2, we talked a lot about making sure it felt like a sequel, bringing in new players and simplifying the game. And Trials of the Nine created another casualty there. It happened on my watch, and if I could turn back time, I'd challenge us to do many different things. If nothing else, I hope it's clear we are committed to learning from the mistakes we make and making it right. There were some really cool parts to the Emissary. Some of the gear was pretty potent. Subdark as before, okay. But the theme felt weaker, the Trials card was less important, and the stakes felt lower. Trials of the Nine didn't work the way we'd hoped, and Trials of the Nine is on hiatus indefinitely. So why have we been so quiet about PvP? Well, we didn't have a lot to say. We weren't actively developing something to hype up. We knew PvP was going to be something everyone got for free in New Light, so it wasn't really a part of the Shadowkeep core offering. What are we doing about PvP became a question we were asked internally too. A bunch of folks on our team are passionate about PvP and wanted to know where it was heading. PvP is in need of some quality of life improvements and restructuring. This fall, New Light, hopefully bringing a bunch of new folks into Destiny with our existing players looking for some updates to PvP, we'll start by making significant changes to the PvP portion of the director. Today, it's a fine balance between adding playlists and maintaining healthy populations where we're looking at changes to playlist structures. We want to achieve a couple of goals. First, we want players to have some more agency with respect to pick a playlist, play a mode, and second, we want the playlist to drift back to the everything is a factor of 3 that Destiny 1 used and that the rest of the game mostly uses. Player counts being based on common numbers like 3 is important. It enables a bunch of activity options for groups, friends to engage with. In Destiny 1, players could run a couple strike groups, team up for a raid, go play 6v6 PvP, split up to go 3v3 PvP, and so on. At launch, Destiny 2's 4v4 PvP completely broke this pattern, and we want to reset that bone with PvP this fall. We've revised the playlist a lot, and here's how it's going to work. Guys, okay, I got to the main part that made me super excited. We've removed the quick play and competitive nodes from the director. If you're looking for an experience like quick play, we've added classic mix, a connection-based playlist like quick play today. Oh my god, let's read that again. A connection-based playlist. This is amazing, okay? Classic mix includes control, clash, and supremacy. Okay, this is why it's good. Sometimes you just want to chill, jump in, test out weapons. You don't want to have like sweaty games all the time. I love this. I'm really happy about this. Competitive is replaced by 3v3 survival, which now awards glory. Oh my god. I have to read this again. Competitive is replaced by a 3v3 survival, which now awards glory. Call me crazy. I mean, that is kind of my name, but I love this. I can't wait to test this out. We still have to see how it works, how it's gonna feel, but it's a change, and sometimes, guys, those changes are really good. We've also added a survival solo queue playlist that also awards glory. Okay, this might be too much right here. Solo queue glory gameplay. Okay, good job, Bungie. Thank you. We've added 6v6 control as its own playlist. Okay, many options here. I like this. With the potential influx of new players this fall, we want to have a playlist that signals to new players that this is where to start. We feel like 6v6 control is the right starting place when introducing new friends to Destiny. We've added a weekly 6v6 rotator and a weekly 4v4 rotator. This rotator playlist are where modes like Clash, Supremacy, Mayhem, Lockdown, and Countdown will appear. We've removed some underperforming maps from matchmaking too. Okay, we all know which ones those are. We've also been working on 4 variants of 3v3 elimination. They include different approaches to revives, token resurrection or not, and variations on how heavy ammo works. Elimination is going to make its return into Crucible Labs. However, elimination is very much unfinished. It's missing VO, and there are no unique medals associated with it. Between the missing polish and the 4 variants, we'd like your feedback on elimination. For the time being, is a great fit for Crucible Labs. We fully expect it to graduate out of labs and find a warmer home. I am super excited about this. This is the quick overview I'm gonna do for you guys. I will drop the link in the description for you guys to check out. There's more stuff there, but this really caught my eye and I just had to share it with you all. Oh man, I cannot wait. Now I am super hyped. Now I can just sit and play PvP, solo queue glory, 3v3 glory, just connection based. Because here's the thing, like if you want sweaty games, there's competitive, and then quick play kind of feels worse than competitive. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, I should play competitive to just chill. So now that's gonna be a thing where it's connection based, and it can be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and found this helpful. I really appreciate all the support, guys. Every sub and every comment, trust me when I tell you, this means a lot to me. So thank you once again, and as always, have a crazy beautiful day.